Pac saw the future. He's like, hey, there's gonna be a guy that come along. He's gonna say he's so dope, and he's gonna say this, but don't believe nothing.
Jay is not gonna come out the room because Tupac threatened him. So he's not gonna do his show. So I guess Suge called Pac. Pac let him go ahead and do his show and everything like that. But Jay was scared to come out his room. Probably still is scared.
Rumors about Jay-Z having something to do with Tupac's murder are spreading all over social media because Tupac was messing with his money. And on top of that, he probably would have never been able to marry Beyonce because the rumor is she's a huge Tupac Shakur fan, having dinner dates with Jada Pinkett, red table talk discussions about their admiration for Pac. And now that he out the way, Jay-Z don't manage to make over $1 billion. And with Biggie dead, Jay-Z became the hottest rapper in New York City. We're about to talk about it. Make sure y'all do me a favor. Hit that like button, subscribe to the channel, hit the notification button too. Because Jay-Z said out his own mouth, Tupac was a problem. And now that he's no longer here, Jay-Z only got 99 problems and Pac is not one.
Because me and Tupac was about to get into it, you know, and he passed away.
At one point, there was talk that you all want to form the super group. That was Earth's brainchild. Was that one of the situations where his ambition kind of got the best of him? And
no, I don't think that was Irv. I wouldn't put that on Irv. I think it was just three guys at a certain point with three independent labels of black men who were all fighting to be the best in the world. You know, I think it was everyone's ambition and everyone's ego. I actually think I came with the tagline from Is Murder too, because that song predated Murder Inc. The song that I made is Murder, Dead or Alive is Murder. I think but I'm not sure. You know, you gotta do your research on that. But I think that song predates the label. That record Is Murder that I'm talking about was a Tupac diss.
right.
Because me and Tupac was about to get into it, you know, and he passed away, and I pulled away from all those records. Obviously, I think it's still leaked out, but I pulled away from that out of respect for, you know, a legend.
So he was singing Bloody Murder on Tupac before Tupac passed away. He had songs talking about dead or alive before Tupac passed away. That's premeditated murder. And the only reason why he didn't release them songs is because Tupac already died. And he didn't want to show his hand or his role or the part he played in it. He was best friends with Biggie, best friends with Diddy. And Tupac mentioned him on the Machiavelli album. And Jay-Z rapping about murder, dead or alive. And that's how Murder Inc. got his name. Because of a Jay-Z diss at Tupac. Now the Keefe D murder trial is going on and y'all think Jay-Z ain't got nothing to do with this. I'm trying to let y'all know right now. If anybody put down the money, it had to be Jay-Z because didn't nobody know who he was back then. Only a handful of people knew about Jay-Z. When Tupac said his name, everybody was like, who that? If it wasn't for Tupac mentioning him on Bomb First, nobody would have even been paying attention. He wouldn't have been on nobody's radar. They're bringing up a lot of things in this Keefe D trial, and people thinking that with Keefe D going to jail, that's going to be the end of it. But I'm trying to let y'all know that's only the beginning because he's not the trigger man. Orlando Anderson is dead. And if you ask me personally, I think that was Diddy in the backseat that pulled the trigger. It was a bad boy killing. Jay-Z, I too, looking out for Mobb Deep. Nigga, when I find you, weak mother, don't deserve to breathe. How many is bound to buy for me? Yay, yay. West Coast rider coming up beside you. You should have never with me. I hate Biggie, Diddy, and Jay-Z. I won't rest till my road dogs free. Bomb first, we. They was talking too much trash in them studios. And come to think about it, Jay-Z and Pac was real tight back in the day, especially on that Big Daddy Kane tour. They was all best friends, freaking off the whole nine. So for them to be beefing and stuff and turning on each other, Keefe D wasn't at none of them major tours in New York. He was a West Coast gangster selling crack in Compton when they was going on world tours with Heavy D. Suge Knight was working security for NWA. They all was acquainted with each other. So why is this the Keefe D trial when it can be the trial of any of those other people that had interest in killing Tupac? It could have been the Diddy trial all over again. It could be the Jay-Z trial, the Suge Knight trial, the Dash Corrupt trial. It could be the Snoop Dogg trial.
We all chilling.
Right.
We on the West Coast. Tupac brought Biggie with him. We rocking. We let Cub get down with us. We go in the back, smoke, chill, hang out. It's beautiful.
When did it go sideways?
Once Pac got shot. When he got shot, he felt like they did it, but...
And this was when he got shot in New York.
Yeah.
Before he got shot in Vegas.
There you go right there.
Yeah.
And now...
So he felt like someone from the West Coast was involved.
No.
Or from the
like,
East Coast, rather. Excuse me.
Yes. And later information came out that the people that he thought did it had nothing to do with it.
So by him accusing people of it, it kind of set things off.
And then by him being bailed out by Death Row Records, and Death Row Records adding more gasoline to the fire, and him being a part of the most gangsterous label in the world that his opposition didn't want no issues with.
Right.
It only egged it on as opposed to, let's find a resolution. No, let's keep making it more of a problem.
Tupac was only 25 when he died. So all this beef escalated in less than 2 years. And he was the one that wound up going first. And Biggie passed away as a consequence for Tupac dying. And Jay-Z was able to rise to the top of the music world with Biggie and Tupac out the way. And Diddy went on to produce his own albums, go platinum multiple times, live his best life for the longest. Now he took a L. And it's sort of like Diddy is paying for his crimes. He's suffering. They put him in the hole. He went from being a multi-millionaire to being an inmate. Jay-Z, on the other hand, he been dodging the bullet. They tried to drag him down with Diddy. He wasn't going. He had his lawyers show up to that lady's trailer park and tell her to change her story.
The reason why Jay-Z's lawyer is out there claiming that Diddy and Jay-Z aren't friends is he's trying to set the stage to sever their cases. But in fact, he's just losing credibility, which is fatal to Jay-Z's case. So what the lawyer is doing is trying to lay the groundwork. When it comes to trial, he's going to ask the judge to sever Jay-Z's case from Diddy, saying that they're not friends, the case isn't related, it's too prejudicial to try the two of them together because by that time, presumably, Diddy's gonna have a criminal conviction and Diddy's not gonna show up to any of these civil trials. There's no reason for him to do so. They're just about money. He's gonna take a default. So Jay-Z's lawyer is anticipating severing this trial, but he's making a huge mistake by already destroying his client's own credibility.
Y'all must don't know what they're trying to do. They're using Keefe D so they can get back around to Diddy when it comes to the murder of Tupac Shakur. And Diddy gonna have all the leverage to flip this over on Jay-Z. Cause he already in jail. He's already serving his time. They got what they wanted out of Diddy for the most part. But if they can get him to flip on Jay-Z and explain how with Tupac and Biggie out the way, that was the only way Jay-Z was going to be able to have all this success. That's a story that could easily be sold to the public, to the media, especially if it come from his own mouth. Because he ready to come home now. If they tell Diddy, we're fixing to give you life for the murder of Tupac Shakur, that's when he going to come out and let everybody know the play. They had a group called the Commission where you had Jay-Z, Biggie, Ja Rule, DMX, Irv Gotti, DJ Clue, DJ Khaled. I'm talking about in the early 90s. They was coming out with this group. It had Foxy Brown, Lil Kim, Nicki Minaj, Cardi B. They was all coming out at the same time with an album to talk about the East Coast, West Coast beef. But when Tupac died, that's when they ended the commission because they know that people would have been able to connect the dots when it comes to the Biggie and Tupac murders. Charlie Baltimore too. All I know is Keefe D wasn't the trigger man. So why is this the Keefe D trial when the trigger man is supposed to be dead? Unless the trigger man is still alive and they want to get around who the trigger man is, the trigger man might be Jigga Man. It could be Diddy. It could have been Biggie in the backseat. They said it had a flat tire when it got to California, so his big ass probably was back there. He was rapping like he killed Tupac. When his album came out, You're Nobody Till Somebody Kill You, the Calico with the 44, he was going in and out on Pac. And so was Jay-Z, but they never released the songs because after Tupac died, they ain't want that type of heat. Y'all let me know what y'all think about this in the comment section, man. It's a possibility that Jay-Z has something to do with the murder of Pac. Hit that like, subscribe. Yo, I'm gonna be checking them comments down below.
You know you want to, you might as well subscribe. You know you want to, you might as well subscribe. You know you want to, you might as well subscribe. You know you want to, you might as well subscribe. You know you want to, you might as well subscribe. You know you want to, you might as well subscribe. You know you want to, you might as well subscribe. You know you want to, you might as well subscribe.